towards the front end.
Part of that line is made up of the doors, and knowing that Delalio likes to be one up on everyone else, Lipu wants them to open upwards. Bernie miraculously scrounges some Lamborghini hinges.
My God, I've never seen one of these in my life, believe me.
And it's Julian's job to produce the world's first Capri guillotine doors.
We haven't done this to any of our other cars, so it'd be interesting just seeing something a bit different on our cars than what we usually do.
Very simple. Just like that. But that mechanism makes the whole car alive.
Meanwhile, although they surged ahead in Lipu's absence, the mechanical team still have plenty to do, and there's a big deadline looming, the car's first test drive, when they find out whether it will actually run.
We just got about just under a week to get this done for the first test drive. It's going to be hard to get it done because there's a lot to do. There's wiring, there's fabrication, the engine bay needs to be prepped for the engine going.
The Rover 3.5 litre V8 has been completely rebuilt and redressed in chrome. Problem is, they've got it looking so good that now they need to completely refurbish the engine bay to match, turning this into the biggest mechanical rebuild the Chop Shop has ever undertaken.
Smooth engine bay, because Lee wants it looking really nice with his engine. So it's got all these spot welds, all the little holes are welded up, so it's all nice and smooth. So when the engine goes in, it looks ace.
Smoother than Bernie's head.
While Lee quite literally watches the paint dry, the pressure's on because the engine is very nearly ready to be fitted, and there's no time for any delays as the car's delivery date to Lawrence Delalio is fixed.
If we miss this when he retires to be the team captain, we're stuffed.
Meanwhile, because the car is a surprise gift from fellow players for his forthcoming retirement, Bernie and Lipu have unusually not had any contact with the car's intended owner, Lawrence Delalio. But now they've arranged to discreetly watch the man in action during team practice.
There he is, Bernie. There he is. Look at that.
That's the team captain.
He's walking. Look at his muscle. Look at his muscle. You know?
His leg, one leg is about as big as my waist, man, and that's big.
Muscle.
A big guy. He's making me tired watching him.
Even though it's a very muscular game, very powerful game, but there's this fine techniques to win the game.
Exactly.
Very fine technique.
Exactly.
And when players James Haskell and Tom Rees, who've secretly commissioned Delalio's car from the Chop Shop, come over to say hello, Bernie and Lipu get some extra insight into how tough it will really need to be.
Knock James back, just like that.
You having a tin bath for me, son?
Oh, look, it was easy.
Come on,
Go on, Lee. It's like hitting a brick wall.
You're like hitting a mountain.
Exactly.
How's the car going then?
Well,
Take 2 steps back. I don't want them too close.
sound-wise, we've done a lot of work on the car, but today the inspiration I get from the game, it's like it's a serious muscle power, but very fine techniques. That's what inspiration is all about. But it's getting really, really good. When I go back to the garage today, I'll put those nice little techniques in terms of design lines, fine lines. I'll get there.
Okay, so what you're saying is basically you're chopping and changing it every single day and you haven't got a clue where you're going with it.
Well, actually, yes.
Let's get out of here. Let's go. My hair's getting wet. Go on, my son. Oh, I'll come on that picture and give you some fucking aggro.
Back at the Chop Shop, chastened by Tom's comments, the pace is hotting up as they finish off the engine bay to make way for the engine.
Wow! Guy Delalio is a very, very lucky man.
And I'll tell you something, if you don't like the car, I don't care how big he is, I'll knock him out.
Well, you know what?
I'll knock him out. If we don't get the engine in by tomorrow, with the rest of the work which we've got to do, we ain't going on no road test.
Next morning, and it's a big day for the chop shop mechanics after weeks of intensive work. The problem is, it's not over yet.
Today's the day we get in. We've built the engine up, we've got all beautiful chrome bits on it. When you deal with unknown territory, particularly by putting in a 3.5 V8 engine into a 1984 Ford Capri, anything can go wrong. It's mismatched with everything. Okay, got the other side there, Lee.
An engine isn't the most manoeuvrable of things, especially when it's a V8 weighing nearly 200 kilograms.
Come down nice and slow, Sean. Watch your hands.
With many man-hours spent creating this mechanical work of art, damaging it now would be a disaster for the whole project.
Okay, this side's clear. That's it.
Hugely impressed and inspired by the engine, Lipu can barely contain his excitement at the design possibilities unfolding in front of his eyes.
Look at this. Just take a look at it. Just look at that. Give me a good smile.
Lee's just given birth to the biggest engine he's ever put into one of his beloved Fords.
Holy cow!
Lipu comes to pay his respects.
Are they, Bernie,
on a car?
Bernie, are they high temperature chrome?
And Bernie is the protective
If
granddaddy.
you put your fingers on there one more time, I'm going to chop them off. Get your fingers off of there.
It feels good.
But then, they all notice something. There's a big bolt missing, and it looks like it could have slipped down right inside their new baby.
We're in a lot of trouble. If we don't find this bolt and it's gone in inside the engine, we've got the casing off, that's it, no test drive. Ain't happening. Because we ain't got time to do that. We're tight as it is.
Lee's a little bit stressed out with the engine at the moment. He's taking on his shoulders that it's his engine. He wants it perfect, everything. If we can't find the bolt that we've just lost, it means we're going to have to strip out all the engine again, because it could have gone down one of the water tunnels or something inside the engine, and it'll destroy the engine on road test.
There's a bomb ticking in this baby, and Lee's the only man who can defuse it.
I can see it. Someone give me a magnet and give me one fast.
Come on. Hey! Got it! Yeah!
No.
Leave it to me!
No, don't.
Don't even talk. God bless you. I tell you something, you just saved yourself a bloody lot of work.
It's relief all round, but there's no time to rest on laurels. As well as more major components to be added to the engine,
One manky carburetor coming up.
Can you clean it up a bit?
and the mechanicals that support it, for Lipu, it's time to work this powerful beast into the front end of his design.
That line. That's made my day.
So, finally the car is really starting to take shape, which is just as well because James Haskell from the Wasps has decided to pay a visit to the chop shop to see how Delalio's car is getting on.
Lawrence, he's been so instrumental in my career that I really want to make sure I can send him off in the right manner, and an amazing, polished muscle car would be a fantastic way to add my little contribution to his final match at Wasps.
With a lot riding on the transformation of the car for them too, Bernie and his team are waiting anxiously to find out how James will react to it.
James!
How's it going, boys? How are you, mate? Christ, dirty hands here. I'm not used to getting muddy. Come on, what's going on? Wow.